Live from their homes, safe and sound, this is the Podworms Spacecast. The Podworms are 7 lifelong friends with nothing but time on their hands. Welcome to the Spacecast.
Podworms Spacecast, throw it in your face cast. Podworms Spacecast.
Well, hey everyone. Hi. Welcome to the Podworms Spacecast. So excited to have you with us on another day of quarantine. Let me introduce you to the guys on the show today. We have one half of the Deadly Brother duo. It's Mike McCoy.
Deadly Brother Oko.
And his deadly brother, Kevin McCoy.
And the Deadly Brother roll call.
We have our DJ, producer, and all-around great guy, Chase Golka.
Hello there.
And he's cute as a button. It's Peter Freeze.
Huh?
And our little buddy, Jim Charters.
You kids ready to rock today, bro?
Oh,
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
Cool, Dad.
And I am the low-hanging fruit, Andrew LeClaire. So excited to be back again. We are almost it's summertime now, as I realized and had a very scary revelation that this year is not going to exist and very strange. But we're making the best of it.
Yeah.
And we have a great episode. We have podmail. Some very exciting podmail, which I think can actually take this podcast to the next level. Excited to share that with you guys.
Oh.
We have, just some quarantine chat. We're going to talk about the proper etiquette to deliver things.
Yeah.
It's been on our minds a lot.
Yep. It's been definitely.
And we're bringing back one of our favorite segments from the pre-quarantine days, Historical Truths or Dare.
Oh, baby.
It's back.
So stay tuned. Before we get into all that, I want to provide a quick, what I hope is the last Critter Corner update to close the chapter on the Critter Corner, for me at least. In the last episode, we talked about the fact that there were some bunnies in my backyard. 2 of them met an untimely demise. And let me make a quick edit, and Andrew apologizes to myself, is that I kind of botched that story a little bit because Emily listened back to it and told me I missed the funniest part of that story. If there was a funny part of my dog killing 2 bunnies, is that...
It's already pretty funny.
Oh, man. I don't know how it could get any funnier.
That's funny.
I know funny, and that's funny. That morning I mentioned that I let Stanley out in the backyard to go pee, and I went to the bathroom, and that's true. But what really happened was that I went to the bathroom, I took a shit, and then I walked out about 10, 15 minutes later, however long it takes. Don't worry about that. And I said to Emily, "This is going to be a great day. I just got a sign that today's going to be a great day. I had a 0 wiper." Like I wiped, but it was completely unnecessary. It was unnecessary. And then literally less than 30 seconds after me saying that, I found a bunny rat in my dog's mouth. So just completely. But
Today's going to be a great day.
You missed the one good part of that story, which is it's going to be a great day. Quick side tangent. Thank you very much. Before we conclude the Critter Corner, one quick tangent that the me taking a shit story reminded me of. And, I hate to take this podcast into the toilet. Try to do this as sparsely as possible. But we got
Jesus.
we ordered a squatty potty recently. Have you guys ever used those?
Yeah.
You know what that is?
I've never actually used one.
So the idea, it's actually a Shark Tank device, but the idea is that
wait, sharks use it?
You put it in a shark tank, and then the sharks can actually crouch down and poop with it.
It's actually better for them to poop on the squatty potty. Yeah.
Right. It's every squatty potty comes pre-shark pooped.
Have you tried to poop while swimming? It's difficult.
Yeah, dude. The aqueduct.
I have actually done that. I have done that.
Yeah,
that's not a
if
joke.
You're out there and you're swimming, generally I have to get into the fetal position just to squeeze it out because your muscles don't work that way when you're spread out and swimming like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I want to circle back to Andrew's actual pooping and while he's swimming story. Like I don't want to like derail us too far because we're already on one tangent about the Shark Tank item, the Squatty Potty.
Hey, that's what the show's about. Is going two tangents deep.
Yeah. All right, 2 tangents deep. That's fine. I'll keep it short. So we were camping in Moses Lake, and I was with 2 other of my male friends, and I was never one of those guys who grew up just being chill with being like naked with your male friends. And I had to take a shit.
Yeah, dude.
Hold on, Caleb.
You know, like how most people are.
Yeah, dude. And most bros are just like dropping trout left and right.
I mean, there's some segment of the population that's comfortable being naked with each other, with their friends.
And I mean, obviously, we're always all naked for every time we record the pod, but it just I feel like it's different. Yeah. Like I feel like it's different if you're not recording a podcast.
Yeah,
it's not professional.
Right. Yeah, for the podcast, it's
camping,
more like
not recording a pod.
When we're recording a podcast, we don't want any of that like. The rustling of your clothes, like it's just better for the sound quality to have your clothes on.
Audio.
Yeah,
better audio.
And we have to shave too.
bunch of cue balls over here.
All of us are shaved, waxed, just to get the best sound quality to your ears.
I don't know how much it helps because every time I move, it's more of like a.
It's a real clean kind of squeaky sound.
Yeah, mine's really shiny now.
Yeah, I also lotion up. Yeah.
It's a different sound, but it's a better sound.
Right.
But basically, I wasn't comfortable like just taking a poop anywhere within kind of, now I'm saying this didn't solve my problem at all, but I wasn't comfortable just taking a shit in front of my buds, out in like the bush or something where I could have theoretically hidden myself. So we were camping on a lake.
Like, were there no trees?
Well, it's Moses Lake, right? There's a desert.
Yeah, it's basically in the desert, so not really any trees, kind of bushes at best. But so I just decided to kind of wade out into the lake and just take a shit in the lake. Just kind of let it go, and it actually worked pretty easily. And I kind of figured that it's like a built-in bidet, like no need to wipe or anything. So that's what I did in front of everybody. Now I'm thinking on it. Yeah, they just watched me do it, and I was okay with that. But that's one tangent too deep for this list.
Wait. Did you like go, hey guys, I'm gonna go take a shit, and then walked out into the lake, and then they watched you?
I don't think I announced it, but I don't think I like.
I think
I just kind of kept it chill. Like I may have just been having a casual conversation.
Announced it. There's no way he didn't.
I think I was having a casual conversation, just kind of took a brief break and then said, hey guys, I just pooped.
That's no way worse.
I like to imagine.
No big deal.
I like to imagine Andrew goes, they're all at the campfire by the lake and he goes, hey guys, I'm going to take a shit. And then he just walks all the way and then completely submerges himself into the water. Like a dramatic like scene at the end of a movie. It just goes and becomes part of the lake.
His head is under the water too while he's taking a shit. His shit particles getting all over the place and his head is down.
Yeah. It just like kind of, it just went. You know how like, it just felt natural. I think what we're doing is actually so far from God's plan.
It's like giving birth in a bathtub.
And that's why we need the Squatty Potty, right, Andrew?
Thank you, Jim. Oh my, he's producing. Yeah, so the Squatty Potty basically just gives you a more like ergonomic shit, apparently. Like the human body is better off to like poop in a squatting position, which is how a lot of like underdeveloped countries still do it. And it's like a healthier poop. And so this kind of simulates it by raising up your legs, and it works okay, but no one here has used it before, right? Besides me?
I have.
I have used it.
I've used it.
Oh, you guys use it? Okay. So my experience with it, and I'm not sure, maybe this is just a me problem, but the way it works, like you get your legs kind of up in a squat position, but my dick is like pointing straight up at the ceiling, basically. And I have to like really kind of. Maybe this is maybe this information.
It's pointing straight up.
What's the problem with that?
Dude, are you erect or something?
Well, you can't.
Straight up.
Yeah, he's rock
What's the
hard.
problem with that?
Wait, have you guys ever taken a shit and not been rock hard? Am I weird?
Pointing straight at the ceiling.
I have to get hard now to take a shit. I need to get hard and I need to have a squatty potty.
Well, so maybe
coming out.
I cannot take a shit unless my penis is pointing straight up.
Okay,
the
so
ceiling.
maybe I have a
I
question.
can't do it unless my penis is pointing straight back.
Oh.
That's why
guess-
I assume Andrew's the same way, which is why he's bringing this up about the squatty potty.
Your own bidet.
Now, I might be revealing a weird thing that I'm not sure. I've never discussed with you guys before, but and just tell me if you guys don't do this, but when I typically take a shit, you stick your dick in towards the bowl, So it's like if you pee, it goes in the bowl. You guys do that, right? Why is no one responding?
I mean, well, yeah, none of us
I guess
pee
if I had
outside
to
of the
pee-
bowl if that's the question.
Yeah, we're not
you're
like
sitting down.
letting it loose. Like
It depends on the bowl.
floor.
If
Yeah,
it's if it's
definitely depends on the bowl.
if it's the oval bowl, or like a public toilet bowl, one of the bowls that doesn't connect at the front where your legs are,
Yeah.
then I feel like there's room for that. Absolutely. If it's one of those regular small circle bowls, there's no place.
I think what you need, Andrew, is the squatty potty companion product, the piss and slide, where you just you stick it to the top of your dick and it takes the pee and redirects it like in a U straight back down into the toilet, so that you could both pee and poo in a squat position.
that sounds great.
I
You could
love their marketing because it's like I imagine the box for a piss and slide is like it's like there's a cartoon urine character that is going down a slip and slide all the way into the toilet because they make it sound so fun.
You can also
This is
get
a
it-
Japanese product.
You can also get it in like a fun crazy straw shape,
Yeah,
It's like a
yeah.
little loop before it goes down.
And you can get a custom
Little
one where it
spiral.
spells like someone's name that you love or says
Got
some
this
funny
for you.
word. Here's your piss and slide.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great.
Also, I guess that's all I had to say was that the squatty potty makes it so my dick points straight up and I have to like wrestle with it to get.
To wrestle with it. All right.
Are you saying that you?
Man, how do you live?
That's it. That's it.
It's
You're
true.
really wrestling with your dick when you use that.
I gotta wrestle it away.
I kind of agree with you. My roommates used to have a squatty potty, and I've used it a couple times. But like, I feel like actually squatting would be way better
Absolutely.
than actually using the squatty potty. Like,
Sure.
if you're gonna do that, you might as well just commit to actually like being in a squat position.
I remember that like using it, like putting like that, like a whole human's body weight on one certain part of the seat ended up being like gonna break the seat because you're not like sitting on it the regular way, so putting a lot of pressure on the back of the seat.
Oh, like you could break the porcelain because your
Well,
legs are
not
up.
the porcelain, but like you could like loosen up the screws in the back.
Mm.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. Mike's
sounds
face
like-
of disbelief.
That sounds like some fucking David Blaine shit. If you're like, I'm gonna sit on this toilet seat and unscrew it just by sitting on it in a weird way, and then he starts kind
As
of
I raise
wiggling.
up my knees.
He like kind of wiggles around, and then the screws come out.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd watch
It
that.
gets loose. Yeah, I'll watch that.
I'd watch that absolutely.
Funny, it's David Blaine's all serious, and then he unscrews it, and then it's like,
or the poop is in like the top part of the bowl.
That's a magic trick.
He's like,
he like
"Look."
reveals it. You'd have to like to make that a good trick. You'd have to have the top part be clear somehow.
Of course.
he's like, can you check your right pocket for me? Oh, David Blaine, shit
What
my
the fuck,
pocket.
dude? Shit, my pocket.
That I would watch.
I have
He's like,
watched
is that your card with the shit?
Okay, well, this has been quite the detour from the Critter Corner. Just to sum up, the Critter Corner segment is just not very interesting in comparison. The bunnies are gone. They made it out safe. End of story.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, that's good.
That is good.
End of report. Yeah. We started seeing them kind of pop up in the yard, like just chilling. And bunnies are really weird. They just sit there and stare for hours on end. They seem unwell, but that's what they do, I guess.
They're on acid.
So
They don't They don't seem well.
Yeah, they just kind of hung out, but then the next day they were gone.
Did they
And so
seem
now there's
kind of
somebody
like
else's
maybe
problem.
like they'd been like traumatized? Like maybe like two of their siblings had been murdered in front of them? Like, is that the
Yeah.
kind of stare that they had?
They
Do you think
had a fear of God.
not to get really dark, but do you think that they knew? Do you think that they were waiting for them to come
They
back?
were waiting for their turn.
And no,
be
they were
taken?
waiting. No, they were waiting.
wanted to. They wanted to be
Yeah,
joined
they-
to join their siblings.
They've accepted death.
That's really dark.
I feel like that's darker than what I was thinking. I was thinking like the mom and all the other ones are waiting there. They're just like, are they ever going to come back? The two that died, and then they decided to leave. I don't. Whatever.
Little
Yeah, that's
pennies,
dark.
dude. Hello.
Kevin's is even more dark because
Yeah.
you had to have some like sentience about the whole thing and have a willingness to go and die.
That's
Never-
why I
you
was
don't
so
know.
shocked by the end of Toy Story 3.
And they all
Yeah.
accepted their deaths.
Yeah, the toys literally hold hands and accept their death. And I was like, what the fuck, Pixar, is going on in this movie?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's good though.
That's intense.
That's why they had to make the fourth one.
You saw those videos of people that they cut out the ending and then they just roll the credits right as they're going into the burner and show that and so they actually showed that to people, and so people watch the whole movie and then they all accept that they're gonna die and then the credits roll and they're like,
That's great. I love
That's a
that.
dark
"Fuck
movie.
out." Anyway,
Let's turn this over to something more uplifting. We have some great news. Now, this show has been going on for how many years now, guys?
Decades.
3,
Yeah.
4, 5, maybe.
Yeah,
Yep.
some
5
amount-
decades.
some
How old
amount
is
of
the
years.
50 years.
Wait,
How old
when
is
did
the
you
Earth?
get married,
About-
Jim?
about 3,000 years.
2017.
Pop quiz. 2017. It was summer 2017, right?
Yeah, the beginning
What
of summer.
month? What month?
June.
June. We're
We're
coming up on
closing in.
3 years.
We're
3
closing in.
years of pod.
3 years
Wow.
of pod. That's a long time. And this whole time,
Which anniversary are you looking forward to more?
careful, Jim.
Definitely the marriage to my beautiful wife.
That's
All
a
right,
lie.
All
That's what, she doesn't even listen to this
Yeah,
pod.
she doesn't even listen, dude. You didn't
What
know
the
the
fuck,
truth.
dude?
But I'll
you
have
could have been
her-
honest.
Wow.
I'll have her listen to this episode, though.
Yeah.
She won't.
On
She
your
won't listen to
anniversary,
it.
have
I've
her
got a
listen to
gift
this
for you.
episode.
Listen to
Have this playing
episode
when you go into the
126.
hotel room.
Yeah, give
Wait.
her the timestamp. Could you go to minute 15?
Is
Please.
the third anniversary like the plastic anniversary?
What?
You know how each
Latex. It's
anniversary.
a latex anniversary.
All right, look under your chairs. I got you guys some gifts for the third anniversary.
Plastic anniversary. I prefer the.
Pod-
I like Peter's better. The latex anniversary.
Yeah, it's latex.
Yeah.
If anyone looked down and had a gift from Andrew under our chairs, would you be happy or upset right now?
I'd be happy. I don't know.
I would be very surprised.
I'd be upset that you broke
I'd be
quarantine.
very surprised. Absolutely.
That's the correct reaction. The reason I bring that up, 3 years, is that we've kept this podcast completely free. You don't
Secret.
pay a cent to listen to this podcast,
That's right.
and we don't make a cent from this podcast.
We actually lose money.
It's
on
only-
this
Till
it's only-
now.
It's only fair that way. It's only
Yeah, we've-
fair.
Yes, we
We've
literally only ever lost
put
money.
into it.
Yeah, exactly.
this is a true passion project until
Absolutely.
maybe today.
Whoa.
So here's some exciting news I want to share with you guys here on the air. Is that now we have always said if the right sponsor came along, we would
What?
We to be clear, we have many sponsorship opportunities that we deny.
Yeah.
We say this does not fit our brand.
It's not
Yes.
about any sponsor. It's about the right one.
That's right.
yeah, like
Of
we're not going to
course.
just advertise. We're not going to advertise like Casper, for example. I
Yeah.
mean, like
Yeah,
we're not
that
gonna
movie came out
Yeah.
so long ago.
No
What the
way.
fuck are we going to advertise
Dollar
that?
Shave
Yeah,
for?
it's an old
No,
movie.
thanks.
Why would you want to
It's an
advertise?
old movie.
Yeah, Casper came out in the 90s, dude. No one watches that movie anymore.
He's pretty friendly, but he's
Yeah.
old. No one cares.
Like
I mean, he is
NordVPN.
to his credit, he is very friendly.
Yeah,
True.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, NordVPN. Who cares about the Nords? They live in Skyrim. Give me a break.
Audible, no thanks.
Hard pass. Well, here's something that this crossed my desk this morning. I just got so excited. This is from Sarah. She is a
oh,
and
Sarah.
She works ambassador support for the Phoenix Fit brand, FNX Fit. All right. And here's what she wrote. And, we're all stakeholders in this podcast. So I wanted to, I need you guys to weigh in on this with me. Sarah writes, and this is a personal email to us. All right.
Okay.
She says, "Hey, Podworm Spacecast. We found you by looking on Instagram for people who we feel would make a great fit with our brand. Okay. I work for a brand called Phoenix that creates health and fitness supplements and apparel."
Oh, boy.
All right.
Wow, this is already so up our alley.
This is on brand. Our goal.
And we are the epitome of fit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, looking through our social media. This is a fit brand. Okay. Our goal is to fuel people with the best products possible and inspire them to rise up. We'd love to have you a part of our team. If you're down, below is a quick guideline of what we'd be able to offer you. Okay. So here's the good stuff for us.
Yep.
You get 25% off our products for life. You get 10% of any sales you send our way. Your followers get 15% off their orders. Okay.
Yeah.
You'll have access to an ambassador dashboard where you can create a custom code to share with your followers. We think you'd be an awesome brand ambassador and would love the opportunity to work together.
Okay. We already have the quote. Squirm.
So
My
first reaction is absolutely not. But like an FNX rising from the ashes, I'm going to say let's do it.
That's right.
And see, Kevin, I knew you'd say that. And so I already responded to her. And I said, "Hey, Sarah, thanks for getting in touch with us about this awesome opportunity. We'd love to move forward and learn more." Luckily for us, she responded back. And here's the details. Here's the information.
Yeah.
Here we go,
All right.
dude.
All right.
This is where it gets good. Awesome. Happy to send more info. As an ambassador, we ask that you post twice a month. That's it. So post, talk about in a podcast. I'm just going to take that as we're going to talk about in the podcast. I'm not going to post anything. That's ridiculous. We have so much clout on this show. She wants to, anyway, no long-term commitments or continual purchase requirements. That's good news. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The first step is to order the products you'd like to start with from the site. Okay. Now hang on. I'm okay with this, because I could actually use some supplements right now.
Right.
Or some lifestyle products like a tank top, for example. I mean, I'm okay with that.
I could use a protein shaker,
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
The code to get the 25% off is, I'm going to share this on the air. We're not going to bleep this. This is special for our fans because even though I said you get 15%, go ahead and just use the code PARTNERS and you'll get 25% off for life.
Dude, sick.
I mean, you're
awesome.
welcome. You're welcome.
So good.
Once you've placed your first order, you'll get access to your ambassador dashboard. We can create your code to share with your friends/followers and get 10% commissions on every sale made. Check this out. Besides the benefits of 10% commission on every sale, discount every product, you'll have access to our private ambassador group to meet the family.
What?
The family.
Wait.
The family.
The FNX family?
Who's the family?
Check it out. We hold an ambassador retreat every year featuring the brand's athletes.
Way.
We also have ambassador-only content promotions, and we give out $500 every now and then to lucky winners. We would love to have you.
Can I
Let
stop
me
you
know what
there,
your
Andrew?
goals are so I can recommend the right products for you.
Can I suggest you just flip this around and say, "Hey, this has been great. It's really awesome you've been able to connect with us. We would, in fact, love to come out and do a couple live shows at your next ambassador's retreat."
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
All right.
also ask for 30%.
I feel like make it 30.
Should I tell her I
Make it
accidentally
30.
gave our fans 25%, so it only makes sense if we had like a better deal for us because like our fans are already getting 25% off.
Yeah. You're going to want to point out the math to her.
It's funny. They clearly sell every product at the same price, but then just mark it up 10% for if someone buys it through you so that you make money.
It's genius. It's genius. You know what? So here's what I'm going to do. I know we're interested. I know this seems like a great fit for us, our brand, the lifestyle that we live. This is a good fit. So I'm going to go ahead and reach back out, and I'm going to go ahead and suggest that we do some live performances at the Ambassador family event.
Yes.
And see if we can get that lined up. Because to me, that sounds like the right path for this podcast to go. And hopefully, you'll never see us out in public again without our Phoenix Fit gear and a
Make
Phoenix
sure
Fit
that you
shaker
let her
cup.
know we can do improv too.
Also let her know that we'll give her a deal and only charge airfare to the event.
Yeah, only airfare.
If she enters Squirmin'.
Code Squirmin'.
Where is the event? Also, when is it? Is it like a month from now?
Well, there's no information. I'm
It's
guessing it
in
might be
Wuhan.
postponed.
But if they
It might
do
be postponed this year.
if they do a Zoom, event, then we can totally make
Oh
that.
yeah, we can still definitely do our show.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think we're all on board. This is a great idea.
Amazing.
Hopefully there'll be some more details for the next time we get together about the
That would be great. Oh man,
the deal I'm working out for us.
I love to hear more.
Okay,
dude,
good.
I can just see there's just dollar signs, swirling around my head.
Once we get the Podworm Spacecast connected with all of our space fans connected with the FNX brand,
Oh,
I mean,
it's over.
it's over.
It's over.
I'm quitting my job.
No, it's over. We'll end the podcast.
It's over.
We did say that the day that we make our first dollar is the day we end the
day we shut
podcast.
it down.
It's the day we quit.
Yeah, like it's a passion project. It's not for money.
That's right. Right.
This is not
The day
for
we
profit.
make our first dollars. The day we-
Yeah.
But go ahead and buy stuff from the Space Worms merch store.
Yeah, although technically we are a charity, so if you want to donate, we are not for profit. Go ahead and just write a check.
That's one
Yes.
thing that's for sure. We're definitely not for profit here.
There
There's
is no
definitely
profit.
No profit being made.
I use
Or
this
wish to make
podcast
any
as a
profit.
write-off.
Very anti-profit here.
You know what? Before we get to Jim's classic segment, Historical Truths or Dare, there's a few things about the quarantine that was really on Peter's mind. One of them being delivery and the delivery etiquette. Peter, what are you thinking about delivery etiquette recently?
Yeah, so I've been ordering some FNX materials, products.
Peter, we're not branded by them yet.
Oh,
you have to wait.
Oh, I haven't been ordering those.
Okay.
We're not supposed to drop those yet. Okay, sorry.
Not yet.
No, I was wondering. I'm getting a lot of packages, and usually I get them delivered to my parents' house when I'm at work because they're always home. So I've got no worry about them getting stolen. But now that we're home, I get everything Amazon, any website just dropped off right at the front door. And then when we're eating out, any Uber Eats, any DoorDash, whatever it is, right to the front door. We have a Ring doorbell. Maybe 45% of the time somebody will ring it when they drop something off. And I'm just like, and it's literally right next to the door. And everybody is dropping stuff off right at the door. And I'm wondering, shouldn't it be an expectation that you just ring the doorbell or the Ring, if you have one, when you drop something off? Like, how hard is it to press the doorbell? Or even knock on the door? There's some people who are delivering packages that they just drop them off and then they walk away.
Well, so doesn't the Ring app just goes to your phone, right?
It does go to the phone, but there's a difference between getting the Ring notification that someone's has motioned out in front of your door and then somebody has actually buzzed your door.
Yeah.
Well,
I find it's kind of hit and miss.
That thing has a lot of germs on it, so maybe they don't want to touch it, But they could still knock, I guess. Everyone knows that there's no germs that live right on your knuckles.
Yeah, germs don't travel through knuckles.
They hate it there. They
don't like the back of your hand. They don't like your
hate that.
elbow.
It's like Mars.
Yeah.
Can't live there.
Yeah, so that's probably what I'm guessing,
Well, there's a bunch of different, like sometimes we have the actual Amazon truck delivering stuff, and sometimes it's like someone out of a van, right? Like, have you had a little bit of both? I think they might contract people that, I don't know, might not have the
They
same
definitely do.
standards.
They do.
Yeah. I noticed that most of the actual Amazon people tend to ring the doorbell, and then other folks like DoorDash or just whoever I notice sometimes don't. And occasionally, only at the very beginning, I noticed that people were like still lingering at the door, waiting for me to like come to the door. I had to awkwardly, because I have the Ring doorbell as well. I'd pop in over the voice. I'd be like, "Thanks, I'll be there in a second. You can go away." But now I think they're pretty much just leaving it. But they don't always ring.
I record the filthy animal scene from Home Alone, and I play that.
That does the trick.
Yeah, that'll do it. I swear, I don't think I've had anybody knock or ring the doorbell in
neither do
or
I.
ever. They literally just drop it off and then walk away.
Now, I'm a little bit, just to give you some background, we're on a kind of busy corner where a lot of people do walk and drive by our house. So I would like them to knock because I don't want my package sitting out there all day long while I'm working inside and not paying attention. Because I never use my front door. I never go out my front door.
You know what you could do? You could put a little sign that says "Ring the doorbell for packages."
Yeah.
A little message on a post.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah. Maybe it was
There we
your
go,
etiquette that
dude.
was wrong.
Whoa.
We actually do have a sign in the front door, in the front window already that says, "Thank you so much, delivery," and whatever drivers that Paulina wrote up.
Oh, that's nice.
It just doesn't say
should make
knock. It's just kind of
You should make it more
"Thank
passive
you."
aggressive and say, "Thank you so much for ringing the doorbell when you drop off a package."
Or thank you, delivery drivers who ring the doorbell.
There you go.
All you other delivery drivers.
And
Fuck you.
make sure to put that part in italics so they know that it's sarcasm.
Yeah, underline.
This totally reminds me of so back when I joined my first T-ball league. You remember like in Little League when you had to like sell chocolate bars door to door?
Yes.
Oh,
To, like,
yeah.
fund your
Absolutely.
team.
We sold Phoenix.
I remember like whatever age that was, like 7 years old, that going door to door to sell chocolates was just the last thing that I ever wanted to do. Just
Absolutely.
like the most terrifying thing that you could have literally asked me to do. And so I like started in our cul-de-sac went the two houses next to us were both houses that were friendly and I knew. So I just like went there and knocked on both of those ones first, but nobody was home. So the third house that I go to, like literally my first interaction selling chocolate as a Little League kid, was ringing the doorbell to this house. And this lady opens the door and immediately starts yelling at me,
Oh, jeez.
being like, what kind of crazy, basically, what kind of asshole rings the doorbell? I've got a baby in here and now he woke him up.
goodness.
Ooh, bad luck on that one.
Looks
Yeah.
like you struck out there, kid.
Was that the last doorbell you rung? Did you give up after that?
I
She
am
flips
pretty
your
sure.
baseball hat off your head. It's like, you struck out there, kid. Get off my lawn.
Yeah, I think I like went home crying. And I'm pretty sure that my dad probably just took the chocolates to his work and
totally.
and dealt with it there after that because I was
That's
just
a
like,
smart way to do
Yeah,
it.
I remember that's exactly what my dad did, and he sold like half the box, just like everybody.
I have a coworker
Like, oh,
who
candy.
sold his daughters were selling Otis Spunkmeyer cookies and other assorted products, and he just brought the sign up form in, and he led the school in sales
Smart.
because it was
Killed
just
it.
he literally went around to each department and was like, "This is going to be here for an hour. Please sign up." And they're also in Girl Scouts, and so he just goes around and then asks, "How many Girl Scout cookies do you want too?" The guy's great.
He's
Yeah,
double
smart.
dipping.
Damn, those
That's just
prizes
smart.
better be real nice that he's putting that effort in.
Yeah. What is it? Like a squishy ball or something?
No,
There was
it's,
some.
it's the monkey with the stretchy arms that
Yes.
screams.
Oh, right. That's right.
That lights up.
Or those like slappy goo hands.
Oh,
you
the
know?
hands.
Yeah, the sticky hands.
Those are the best.
Yeah.
It's actually
got banned in my
subsidized
house.
meals. They give
those
them-
are the best for a total of 30 seconds.
And then they're
And
fucking
then they're
gross.
the grossest thing you've ever seen.
Kevin, I think you said that exact same thing on this show probably a year
I
ago.
think we've talked about this. Those are
Yeah.
It's fun to try to slap your friends in the face with them.
And then, lasts for 5 seconds, and then the hand breaks off the stick. Or the string thing.
Talking about merch, we should get FNX to see if they can get some sticky hands with the FNX logo on it.
Oh,
tell them
that would go nicely with their fitness brand.
Yeah, we'll be down for a little bit of promotion if they decide to do a little co-promotion. Promote us on their website, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and we'll give them a promo code to give people, to get
our logo
on our site.
Slimers.
Our logo would actually make for a very good sticky product because you have the worm that would be the kind of the string, and the planet at the end would be the hand.
Oh,
I gotta get in touch with my guy in China and see if we can make this happen.
Sounds good.
Who's your guy in China?
Don't worry about it, Peter. It's not important. I know him through Phoenix.
Anthony Fauci.
Anthony Fauci. Let's close this episode out the best way I know how. This is with a great segment called Historical Truths or Dare. And Jim, because it's been a while, can you just give us a quick refresher on how this works?
So, welcome back, everyone, to Historical Truths or Dare. So, I'm going to go over the rules. I'm going to present 5 different historical scenarios. One of them is fake.
Oh.
And you guys have to guess which one it is out of all 5.
The fourth one.
Right.
Easily the third.
we guess now.
The second one.
So make your guesses now. Write it down.
Guesses now.
I guess at least
get
it's
it right.
one.
I hope I get it right. Love this game.
Okay, so this is called Historical Truths or Dare Plague Year Edition.
Oh, spooky.
So there's a theme here. So the first scenario is in July 1518, a woman whose name was given as Frau Trofea stepped into the street and began dancing. She seemed unable to stop, and she kept dancing until she collapsed from exhaustion. After resting, she resumed the compulsive, frenzied activity. She continued this way for days, and within a week, more than 30 other people were similarly affected. It kept going long past the point of injury. City authorities were alarmed by the ever-increasing number of dancers. The civic and religious leaders theorized that more dancing was the solution, and so they arranged for guild halls for the dancers to gather in, musicians to accompany the dancing, and professional dancers to help the afflicted to continue dancing. This only exacerbated the contagion, and as many as 400 people were eventually consumed by the dancing compulsion. A number of them died from their exertions. Contemporary explanations for the dancing plague included demonic possession and overheated blood. Investigators in the 20th century suggested that the afflicted might have consumed bread made from rye flour contaminated with the fungal disease ergot, which is known to produce convulsions and hallucinations.
Now, can we discuss briefly before we move on to the next one?
Yes.
Of course.
This one I've actually heard of. I believe this is 100% real. It's also very interesting. Like just to have something like it just feels so old timey. Like one of those true. Like I just imagine this countryside and these people in like bonnets and stuff, just kind of like doing a little jig. It feels so impossible to imagine happening in a real life scenario that it just feels so like fantastical. But like everything from the 1500s or that kind of weird time period has this very specific, like cartoony kind of TV lens when I imagine it. Just it's so hard to picture that. But I think I've heard of this one before.
That way because it seems like a cartoon version of life because all of these things that they were doing then are essentially just slightly different from stuff we do now, which is with more technology that we have today. So it seems like it's like cartoony to us because it's like society's essentially the same, just with more technology now.
Mm-hmm.
People were just dumb back then. They were just
way dumber. Yeah.
It's true though.
Yeah, stupid idiots.
It's true, man.
Dancing halls for people to congregate in when there was a sickness.
Think about it.
So
I'm just imagining everyone doing like the Charlie Brown type of dance, where the heads are going back to the back side to side, and then they're just like kind of just stepping.
Jim, did you say that this was located in Florida?
No, this was in Germany.
Okay, so just to a little recap. 1518, people started dancing, and it was either because of bread or demons.
Yes, that's right.
And some people died.
And I know what
Some
I
people
think.
died from dancing.
Red demon.
Okay.
Very
All
good.
right,
Very
so-
good.
Bread wouldn't do that. That's all I'm saying. I've had bread my whole life.
But a
I've
demon
only
would
had
do
one
it.
demon and it was fucked.
Mhm.
There.
All right, what's the next one, Jim?
All right, the next one is so the name Black Death for the bubonic plague doesn't actually describe the dark buboes that were in the thighs, neck, groin, or armpits,
Nice. Sorry.
Thanks, dude.
but
Nice,
rather
Chase.
the nature of the disease that it was the worst kind of plague yet. Additionally, the portmanteau or name Black Death was never used during the initial outbreak. It is derived from a note written by Simon de Covenus, which in the disease was called Autre Mors, which is like Black Death, but in French.
Okay.
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 So Black Death
Seems-
wasn't called Black
So-
Death when it was happening.
Yeah, and it doesn't actually describe the buboes that appear from Black Death.
Okay, Chase. I mean, this one's so funny, it might be fake.
Wait,
Just
could,
a thought.
Jim, could you describe buboes for us? though?
So Mike, buboes are like black like growths that appear in the thighs, neck,
Nice.
groin, or armpits.
Oh, wait.
That's hot.
All right. Like what I'm hearing. All right, next.
All right.
So next one is in 1880 in the small town of Rush Springs, Oklahoma, they experienced a plague of horses. On May 2nd, town newspaperman John Brown awoke to discover that the town's main thoroughfare was full of horses, standing shoulder to shoulder, eating hay out of the feed troughs, and generally oblivious to the observing townsfolk getting about their days. Much of the town remained in an uproar throughout the day as they hopelessly tried to figure out if any of the herd was theirs, trying to remove them from the city center. Contemporary accounts chalk this event up to atmospheric disturbances or an act of providence. Modern interpretations suggest the herd had traveled across the prairie after being freed during a tornado.
So, like, just hella horses showed up.
Yeah, like a ton of horses show up at this town. It's
Hella
like walking
horses, dude.
like a whole huge herd.
Like
What the fuck, bro?
A huge,
where the fuck
a huge
did all
herd of
these
hella
horses
horses.
come
Fucking
from?
horses, dude.
Well, was
Okay.
it during horse spring break?
Everybody knows that horses
Jim,
take
does
their
it say
spring break
anything-
in
does it say any-
Oklahoma.
Yeah, does it say anything about horse spring break in that?
I did a little research and they didn't mention horse spring break.
All right, well, let's not
Okay.
rule that out then.
Okay, it could be that. That
You
sounds
never
kind
know.
of true.
You never know.
Especially if there's like someone had just recently invented hay jello shots.
All right.
All right. The next
good?
one is so during the Spanish flu, drug price gouging entailed price gouging whiskey. Whiskey was hailed as a cure and its price skyrocketed. The flu outbreak caused a run on whiskey, which jumped to $18 a quart in Oklahoma City, according to an October 15th, 1918 article in the Daily Oklahoman. Newspaper ads from that period hawked quack cures, everything from whiskey to mouth gargle. Vicks reported a shortage of vapor rub, and in those rural areas turned to home remedies like rock candy and whiskey and cloverleaf salve.
This sounds so similar to like what should have been taking place prior to our pandemic. Instead, everyone bought toilet paper.
That's
Instead of
the
good
dumbest
shit.
thing to buy.
We all should have been buying rock candy and whiskey
Absolutely.
and Vicks Vapor Rub.
Yeah, absolutely. Toilet paper was such a quack cure.
Yeah, I've been eating it for weeks and it hasn't helped.
Yeah.
I've been
still
TPing
saying
at people's
COVID is something
houses
cured.
and they still come outside.
I feel worse since I've been eating all this toilet paper.
A true quack cure.
Actually, side note, I did see someone's house TP'd with toilet paper
No,
What?
No
Yes.
way.
dude.
up by
Did you go
high
collect-
school. Just
Ultimate
covered,
prank.
covered in toilet
Ultimate
paper.
prank.
Wow,
Those
the
kids.
decadence of that person that had that much toilet paper to
They
waste.
did it themselves. They were
Wow.
TPing their own house.
That must have been a millionaire.
Can you imagine you wake up, your house is teepee, you're like, what great fortune.
And then you hear a thunderclap and it starts raining.
Oh no! My time back.
What
My
great
fortune.
Oh, I can wear
Great
pants
fortune.
again.
I can finally take a shit.
I don't have to keep shitting in that lake.
Or their bathtub, probably.
Yeah.
Even though it is more natural, it's God's way.
I like the idea that
It is
you
God's
don't have
way.
toilet paper. You don't have toilet paper, so you just start pooping in your bathtub. That's the
God's
solution.
way, Kevin.
God's way.
It's God's way.
God's way.
God's plan.
Let the
God's
water
plan.
wash it away.
I don't claim to know, his reasons, okay? It's the way that it is.
It's God's plan.
God's plan.
God's
by,
plan.
by Drake.
Thank you, Drake.
That's what that
Okay,
song's
so-
about.
Let's
That's
shit-
one
It's shitting. That song.
That's what he means.
You've
Every
seen
single time he says God's plan, that's what he means.
Yeah, you've
Dude, Drake
seen.
knows.
You've seen
God's plan.
the music video. It's just him shitting in a lake.
That's it, dude.
Yeah.
God's plan.
All
God's
right,
plan.
let's hear this last one.
All right, let's do it.
So Woodrow Wilson actually caught the Spanish flu, and so did future President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Wilson fell ill while at the Paris Peace Conference in 1919, while negotiating the way forward for the world after World War I. If he had died during this critical time, it would have dramatically changed the future. Wilson's daughter Margaret and much of his staff also got sick. Roosevelt, then the Assistant Secretary of the Navy, was infected while on a voyage to France aboard the USS Leviathan. Roosevelt became very ill, but survived after being returned home to the
Yes.
Okay.
It's number 4. I stand by my statement.
Oh, okay, so can we do a quick recap?
Ooh,
Yep,
I got
this
it
is the
from you.
recap. Dancing plague.
Mhm.
The name Black Death doesn't actually mean the buboes.
Case.
Or spring break.
Number 3 is spring break for horses. 4 is price gouging of whiskey during Spanish flu, and 5 is Woodrow Wilson and Frank Delano Roosevelt.
Oh no, wait.
Add this
It's number 3.
I think it's a horse one.
Are you Googling it, Peter?
No, it's horse plague, Chase. Listen to yourself.
You mean horse spring break?
Look, that's just what I called it. These horses showed up in a town and they reported on it.
To part.
And I'm reporting it to you.
Look,
Thanks, Jim.
okay. Is it a coincidence that the first Kentucky Derby was run right after that horse plague? I don't know. But I think that number 3 is fake.
It's tough for me because none of these facts have nipples or Napoleon in them, so I don't know which one's the.
I don't know. The Bubos one has nipples.
The Bubos one is. I'm gonna go with Bubos. I think
Yeah.
that's the fake one.
Okay.
Number 2, I'm with you, Chase. That's where I was at.
Bubo Lubos.
Yeah, I'm going Bubos as well.
Nice, dude.
And
Um,
oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I got horse spring break for me.
All right. All of you have voted.
Yeah.
Only two of you are right. Horse spring break was fake.
Hell yeah.
That was my first choice.
Now, was that a complete work
Go-
of fiction, or did you alter an existing?
That was complete work of fiction from
Nice.
whole cloth.
Oh,
What did
well
we
done,
win, Jim?
You guys win 11 more days of quarantine.
Oh no! God damn it!
Oh,
Yes.
like,
Wait, does
on
that
top
mean-
of what we're at like now, so you just added 11
So those-
days to quarantine. Great,
Can I roll those
guys.
over to
Wait,
next year?
does that mean everybody who got it wrong gets to go free now?
Yeah, that's right. You guys actually get to. You have no
Oh,
restrictions
no.
anymore. Everybody who
Heck
got it
yeah.
wrong.
That's
dude.
awesome.
Show me
Go
them
free.
boobos.
Show me your Bubos.
Well, space fans, if you have a memorable, if you have a memorable event from a plague year to share, why don't you write us? pwspacecast@gmail.com. That's our virtual PO box. Love to get all that virtual snail mail, as they call it, email. Read it here on this show. We have a social media presence, Podworm Spacecast on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and make sure you visit our soon-to-be sponsor, Phoenix Fit, and make sure you use the code PARTNERS for 25% off your lifetime orders. That's FNX Fit. Use code PARTNERS. As always, space fans, until next time, keep squirming.
Throw it in your face, cast Podworm Space Cast. Get a little taste, cast Podworm Space Cast. Throw it in your face, cast Podworm Space Cast. Get a little taste, cast.
You say squirmelin again.
I said squirmalermalin.
You fucker.
Got you guys. Totally pranked.